belch in the background there. We're playing Borderlands 3 this evening, and we're a little tipsy, a little inebriated here, and
No.
we have instituted a don't curse challenge. So,
Cuss, but he couldn't spell it.
all right, that'd be enough out of you. Okay? I've had about a fork enough of your stuff. So that's just an example of what is going to be happening. So if you're just tuning in, like I said, this is it's the Borderlands 3 Don't Curse Challenge. So we're going to be doing the Circle of Slaughter, and hopefully our inebriation won't let us slip too much. So anyway, if you like I said, just go ahead and keep count of how many times you hear curse words, and comment, and don't subscribe. I think that's a joke. Don't do that. I don't need your validation. Just have fun. Okay.
No, we're playing Borderlands 3, so really it should be a subscribe. Yeah, you're supposed to tell people to subscribe.
I don't tell people.
That's what they do in the game. They tell you to subscribe.
I'm not the daddy. I'm not going to tell them what to do. All right, are you up here? Come on, let's kick this off, man. I'm tired.
I'm right here, man. Go. Push the button.
Boom. Here we go.
All right, so I got a story to tell you. I was saying this. I got a story. Ready?
Great. It's perfect time for that story.
They're behind us.
That's what she said.
All right. Wow, that would be a little much. They're behind us. That's like...
Well, that's...
Multiple she's, multiple... Oh. Wow, that sounds hot and kind of erotic.
Well, because...
And I'm shocked that I haven't sworn already. Look at that. I'm doing good already.
But see, the thing is...
Anyway.
That you're used to it,
sorry, go ahead.
So.
What's that?
I said you're used to it. That's why...
All right. So I got a story.
All right.
So you know that I've mostly quit smoking, right?
Oh no, actually, good. Please do tell.
Yeah. I quit smoking about a year ago, and I started vaping because that's what bad people do apparently.
Because that's more healthy. I mean,
it actually is, but whatever. We won't go there. But the state of Massachusetts, which is the state that I live in, has decided that we shouldn't be vaping, and vaping is bad. Cigarettes are fine, and like heroin is fine, but vaping is bad.
Okay.
What just happened? That was weird. All right. Anyway, so Massachusetts banned vaping, right?
Yeah.
Which means that, like, my local vape shop that I used to go to get my vape juice is no longer open and able to sell me my vape juice. But they are a store. They're a store that's basically a chain, right?
Uh-huh.
And they actually have stores up in New Hampshire. So tonight, first time since the ban that I've actually needed to pick up juice, I drove to the New Hampshire branch of the store location. What's that?
Just got down because I'm listening to your riveting story here.
Yeah, I can't help you. I'm so sorry. You're just gonna have to die, and I'm just gonna try and stay alive here.
Okay, so I'm really gritting my teeth on that one. I almost lost.
On my story?
No, about you telling me you couldn't help me.
Oh yeah, sorry, dude. Ooh, I killed that one. So anyway, so I went to New Hampshire, right? Because I had to get my, vape juice, or else, I'm still on nicotine, so it's not great. But my alternative to vaping is to pick up cigarettes again, which I'm sure the lobbyists in Massachusetts that get paid by Big Tobacco want me to do. But I'm not going to do that.
The Big Tobacco, got you.
Right? Because Anyway, enough of my conspiracy theories. I went to this vape shop in New Hampshire and informed them that, like, I used to go down to the Massachusetts store, and it's kind of bummed that I can't do that anymore, so I have to drive a little bit further. I'm not too far away from New Hampshire, so it's not a big deal, but, got to drive a little bit further to go to the New Hampshire store. And you know what they're doing? Their store policy is,
what's that?
During this time of ban of vaping, their store policy is anybody that drives further to go to a New Hampshire store where they used to go to mass stores, they get a discount. They get a 5% discount on their purchase.
Dude, that's pretty cool, for real.
To help out with, like, your extra gas and your extra time and all that. And I was like, damn, man, like, that's pretty cool, you know?
You did it.
Oh, that doesn't even count. That doesn't even count. Nah, man, I was talking about that thing that holds water. I was talking about the thing that holds water back.
Because that was exactly what you meant at that point in time.
Well, I'm in this little river here, you know, getting shot, and it would be nice if somebody put a dam there, so that that's where I was going with that. I got a little sidetracked from my story.
Yeah, it's like
so
that
I was
one
like,
time.
I wish there was a dam here, man. Oh, fight for my life. Oh, I'm done fighting.
It's like that one time I
cheat.
I stuck my finger with a pin. Yeah, it was a little prick. Yeah, see, I can do that too. Okay.
That's very funny. I like that one. Dude, did you know, right? My neighbors, they have a nice ass, dude. It's a really nice ass. It's a donkey. It's right down the street.
Is his name? Did you mean to say that his wife had a nice ass?
Well, yeah. I mean, my neighbor is a single woman. My neighbor's husband passed away the other week, a couple weeks ago.
Dude, that is like the
See,
worst.
you're making this dark now, man. You're making this dark.
I'm
talking about what
dark?
a nice ass she's got.
Oh, come on. All right, so okay, let's make it like a cow and move on.
Oh, what was that? That was bad.
That was me making boom boom.
No. Something lit me on fire and stuff. This is interesting. We have the frosty jabbers and the fiery jabbers,
Dude,
right?
That just sounds horrible.
Wouldn't they like cancel each other out?
They'd be steamy jabbers. Oh my God.
Exactly, right? Like, you'd think that they'd create, a thunderstorm together. You know what I mean? Like, together we are Thunder Jabber.
Alright, I'm gonna break out the bear, dude, because I don't like these flying things. I can't.
Yeah, I hate these flying things, dude. Break out the bear and kill him. I'm gonna go, like... I'm gonna try and hide in the corner so oh! So I can have some more rum over here.
Rum.
Oh, apparently I got rid of my, I used to have this really nice shield that when I crouched down, it was like... I don't know, it was like multiplied shield.
So, I have a story to tell you. It is awesome. Remember I was telling you about the pigs that got loose from the butcher? When I was...
What?
Yeah, okay, maybe I haven't told you that.
No.
But I drive to work, and I drive from Delaware to Maryland, and every time I go to work, I go down this one road, and it goes right past this butcher, and they're always advertising barbecue pigs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, one day I'm driving to work, and I see this black thing running down the side of the road, and I thought it was a dog, and it was followed by another multicolored thing, and then I see this vehicle swerve into the oncoming lane to go around, and when I get up on it, they are pigs. There's 4 pigs.
Pigs running down the road.
Pigs running down the road.
Dude, I thought I lived in the country, man. Jesus.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
So I'm
kill these things.
So I'm like, no way, right? I almost hit a pig.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. You almost hit a... That would be funny. I'm just saying, like,
no,
out of all the things you could hit with your car, a pig would be like the coolest thing to hit with your car.
I mean, explain that to your insurance company.
I want you to call your insurance agent who's like based out of New York City, and you're gonna be like, "Ma'am, I hit a pig with my car." They're gonna be like, "What the heck kind of podunk person are you?" And you're gonna be like, "Well, I'm Charlie."
And the guy's gonna be like, "All right, so hold on a second here." He's gonna put me on hold. He's like, "Look, this mother trucker. See what I did there? And a pig. Can you believe that?" These people from Delaware, Anyway, that's a very poor New York accent. And I do apologize.
Yeah, that was really. I didn't know that was. I thought that was like European of some kind. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I've been I've been drinking, so I apologize to all the noise.
Have you really?
Yes.
Oh.
Anyway.
You're supposed to be killing these guys, man.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so I see these pigs, right? And I'm like, no way. So I go to work, and I'm like fine. And I come home, and I don't see them any longer. You know, I'm like, okay, well, maybe the butcher got them.
There you go. Now we got bacon.
And then 2 weeks later, I'm driving down the same road, and there are 4 pigs in the ditch just chowing down, right? I'm like, no way.
These are pet pigs, apparently.
I don't
This is like Wilbur from Charlotte's Web. Oh, Jesus, man.
There was no web involved. So I'm like, wow, dog. That's these pigs are definitely feral now, because after 3 days they're considered wild.
Feral pigs, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I've never thought of feral pigs. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's just,
it's got to be a thing, yeah.
It's horrible, dude. It's horrible because they breed like mad. Anyway.
Pigs do?
Yeah. They breed like mad, and oh my God, I'm gonna die. Hold on. Anyway,
Don't die. There you go.
So I'm not thinking about it. You know, I go home. I'm like, I'm thinking maybe I should call somebody. You know.
Well, I mean, you'd think you got feral pigs that are going to be having, an orgy in the gutter there. That's not good.
I'm like, nah, that's okay. Drive to work the next day.
You're like, I'm going to come back and take video.
There's pigs again. There's still pigs. I'm like, oh my God.
Still got pigs.
So that night,
you just can't get enough of your pigs.
I'm following a chicken truck home. Okay.
Chickens and pigs. All right.
I'm following this chicken truck home. Bunch of depressed-looking chickens in the back of this on this trailer. Okay, they're all like. Anyway, I'm not gonna do my depressed chicken bit. Anyway, so this truck is driving along, and I see this big truck in front of me swerve, right? And then I hear this most god-awful noise. It's like, it's like.
Did he hit a pig?
Dude, right? Don't ruin the story. I mean, but the splat sounded like a giant sharded, basically. You know what I mean? and
that's not good.
And then I see like this body roll out from under the thing, right? And I don't know how it was still moving, but the back tires caught it too. And I was like, holy God. Yeah, anyway. So there was
at that point, it's just nerve endings. Good God, man.
There was pig guts and blood all over the road, dude. And I was like, no.
Dude, that's not good. That's not a good story.
I've never.
I thought you were going to tell a story about like a pig orgy happening, and you were filming it, and that'd be funny.
But no, I'm just saying, I have never seen anything like that in my life. That was absolutely the most disgusting thing ever, dude. So of course, me being a dispatcher, I had to stop and check with the truck driver, and he was shook, dude. I was like, man, I'm
sure. He's like, I just freaking ran over a pig, and I can't even keep it for bacon.
Now check it out. Tractor
That's an awful story.
If they get into an accident, they come out on top, dude. Evidently, a pig is the anomaly, because his front
end. The pig mess up the truck?
Oh my God, dude! Like his front bumper was bent under. I mean, it was like it bent the bumper under, so it would like cut the tire. This pig went through a meat grinder, dude. Basically.
Holy crap, man!
Yeah,
that's messed up.
It was disgusting.
All right, so you live out in the country. Obviously, you got feral pigs and depressed chickens all around you. Wait, did you just start it?
Oh, did I? I don't know. You were talking.
It's all right.
You were saying.
So you got depressed chickens and roadkill pigs, right?
Yeah.
So when I moved to this town that I live in, right, I joined. You know how they have like the Facebook groups for each town, so you can kind of keep up to date on what's going on in the town, right? You got you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So I joined, a couple of the Facebook groups people around town have and stuff, and just keep up to date what's going on, what events are coming up, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
No, really. So, I don't. But continue to speak, please.
Well, pretend like you do. Just fake it. Like your wife does. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Oh! Even without swearing, check that out.
Buzzinga.
So anyway, so I joined this Facebook page, right? I'm still a member. I've been here almost 3 years, something like that, 2.5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I've been here a while. Anyway, so I joined, right? I'm
dude,
see all kinds of different things.
Sorry. You were saying?
You see all kinds of things on it, you know, just different fairs going on. It's a pretty small town, so there's not a whole lot going on, but you know, we got stuff, you know. So anyway, so why am I bullets bouncing off of that dude? Anyway, so anyway, I wake up one morning, I'm laying in bed, you know, kids are off to school, I'm laying in bed, freaking.
I don't want to hear any more of this.
Yeah, because I work from home, so I'm browsing Facebook, right?
Okay, that's.
And
weird.
I see actually one of my neighbors that I actually like kind of know. I don't want to say I like am friends with her or anything, but we're you know we're not too far away from each other, blah blah blah. So I kind of know her.
You just want to make a goose baby with her, huh? Right? Okay.
No. She's I believe she's married, but anyway, no, that's not what it's about. So anyway, she posts on, "Hey, has anybody seen my donkey? My donkey's gone."
No, you're building this, man.
No, I swear to God, this is a totally true story. I promise you, this is a true story, right?
Right.
She's all worried, and this happened. She had posted this like in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Like her donkey had escaped, had gotten out of its pasture, and she couldn't figure out where it was. Right?
So
she drove all around trying to find her donkey.
She lost her ass. Okay, gotcha.
She lost her ass, right? And it was apparently a really nice ass. But anyway. So, what the heck is going on there? Oh, it's up there.
Wow. I thought I had a bunch of drink already.
So anyway, I'm reading this comment thread, right? And there's all these other people commenting on this thing about this woman's lost ass, right?
Right.
Like, and apparently what happens, this is a fairly frequent occurrence. Well, it used to be, and I'll get to that in a minute, but it used to be a fairly frequent thing for this donkey to escape its pasture, okay, and then it's way up there, like, oh, there it is.
There it is. Boom.
It would escape its pasture, and it would like roam around my town, and like these other people were commenting like, oh, I don't think it came and saw our horses last night like it usually does, because apparently normally this donkey would run away from home and visit this other woman's horses and like hang out with the horses for a couple hours and all that. And like apparently this was, like I said, it was a common thing for this to happen. And anyway, I was reading all this and I was like, you know, like, and I'm not even trying to make a joke now, like, this has got to be a pretty friendly donkey. Like, it would run around town and, like, visit people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I can't even shoot it. It's my thing. Oh, I'm being dumb. Sorry. Anyway, it would, like, run around town and, like, visit other people's houses and, like, see other people's horses and, like, stop to see these other people's dogs. And, like, it was a really nice donkey, apparently. He used to just visit everybody in town.
He's just friendly.
Yeah, unfortunately, it did get run over by a car, or it got hit by a car. I don't want to say run over, because I don't think you can run over a freaking donkey with a car, but apparently it got hit by a car, and unfortunately the donkey is no more, because he got away and was playing in traffic, trying to find his horse friends. Yeah, you know, it was like, dead ass, like, that's sad. You know? But anyway, it was just a funny, like, I'm like, wow, I really live in, like, the country. If people are questioning about where their donkey is and it's visiting everyone else's horses and dogs and chickens and stuff like that, that's, I don't know, it's a cool town, I think, you know?
You know I love you, right, man? I mean, that you took, like, really long to tell that story.
I really did. I'm like, listen, I may have had a couple drinks myself. You know this.
Right.
Yeah, that was a really short story that I told in about a half hour.
Right.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, you met my dad, right? My dad he's very cool. He's laid back. He's always cracking things off, right? Well, we had a nice visit. The kids and I, we went to see him last weekend, and my God, he was telling some stories. You know, so one thing he was telling this. We were all talking about injuries, you know, because I broke my leg and everything, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, Bryce was showing off the scar on her arm, Nate was showing off his broken pinky. And, you know, it's just crazy, right?
Wait, scar on her arm? What you got a scar on her arm for?
Yeah, she was doing dishes. Her and her brother were assing off, and anyway.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
all right, sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so next thing I know, my dad pulls up his hand and he's like not got a middle finger, right? I was like, what the hell? He goes,
he doesn't have a middle finger?
Yeah, on his left hand. He says, did I tell you how I cut this finger off? He says, did you know? He says, did you hear about how I cut this finger off? I was like, no, Dad, what?
What?
You know? He goes, and then he stuck his finger up and goes, and you still have it. You know? And the kids and I were like, you know, I mean, I was like, okay, that's.
Oh, he was just hiding it. And
yeah, I was like,
oh, okay.
My dad is. Yeah, he's pretty.
He's pretty funny
with his hands. You know what I'm saying? I mean.
Yeah, he's. Oh, really? I don't need to know about that. I mean.
He's not half as good as my uncle, but. Dude, you bought right into that. Oh my god.
That was phenomenal.
That was the easiest sell. Oh my god. Anyway.
Oh, good lord. That was pretty awful right there. I'm just saying.
Right. Did you laugh? It couldn't be that.
I did a lot.
It couldn't be that. Lot. Gosh darn awful.
No. Awful is in like I feel traumatized now. I laughed, but I'm a little bit traumatized.
Dude.
Anyway, I'm not cussing. I'm doing good. So, all right. Wait, we can't. No, don't start it yet. Did you start it?
It's not over. That's what I'm saying.
I can't even go. I want to go upstairs. Let me upstairs.
You did not say arg.
Arg. I say arg all the time.
Arg is a comic book word for frustration. I mean,
I am a comic book character. Didn't you know this?
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna ride this one out.
Oh, good. It's all, no. Don't go. Don't start it yet. Wait. What's happening right now? Oh, we can go upstairs now. All right. Sweet.
Wait, there's something there. Oh my God! Look, how'd you forget this one?
You forgot it, not me.
Dude, your powers of observation in the tank, dude, for real. Hold on.
Listen.
Look,
get
there's
out of the elevator.
Did you see that gun in the elevator?
Oh, you know what? Like, every so often I've noticed this game glitches guns down there, and if you try and get them, it, like, drops you underneath the map. It's horrible.
No way, right?
Yeah, it's happened to me, like, way too many times. It's awful.
Right. Okay, so
I would just like to say that I'm doing very well with this whole cursing thing.
I would say that you are, my friend.
Yeah, so if anyone's counting, just consider me the winner at this point, because I've already won.
Honestly, I think we're just talking to thin air, but that's okay.
Probably, but whatever. I still won.
No, it's not over. What?
No, I already won because I've done so well so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. While I'm selling guns, I'm gonna have some more of this delicious spiced rum.
Right. I think I shall join you, my friend. Check this out.
Cheers, sir.
Oh, look at that.
So I'm a pirate. Arr.
Yard. Oh, God. Oh, dude, I could hear the bottles like... Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty full bottle, so I had to open the new one.
So my boss tells me she's on her. I mean, she's just making weird conversation like we do because dispatchers only have that type of time, you know, to tell weird stories between phone calls.
Yeah.
So she just, I mean, and the way it happens is like we're all like sitting there, we're on the phone, and like when she can hear people breathe, you know, I mean, that's when you tell a quick story, you know, and it's like she was like, so I'm on my way to work today, and I'm like, mm-hmm. She goes, and I hit a raccoon. I'm like, you hit a raccoon in the daylight? I'm like, what?
Well, good thing it probably had rabies. You did a world a favor.
I'm like, wow. She goes, it was like a mom and pop type thing walking across the road, and I nailed one of them. I didn't mean to. She goes, and when I looked in rear view, it kind of like rolled over, like I paralyzed it, and it was in pain. I'm like, dude, you should have done the courtesy and backed up and finished the job. She goes, but what if it didn't die the second time? And I said,
just keep going back and forth and back and forth.
So I said to her with the most straightest face I could muster, I said, well, when I find myself in that position, I just back up and I park on top of them and say, shh. Right? So,
That is horrible, but horribly funny. Oh crap!
right? I mean,
Oh.
so now,
Shh, just go to the light.
right, so you know I don't like being touched, right? I can't stand for
Yeah.
people that
Except by me, but yeah.
I can't stand it when people I'm not emotionally involved with touch me. Okay,
Right, just me, yeah.
just but anyway, so I sit on this.
Did you say in the butt or on the butt? I'm just curious. I'm curious what you said.
Wrap it up.
You said one or the other. Pretty sure you said in, but that's okay.
Corner, they moved my desk. I'm down on the corner, and there's like this pillar that and the way I sit at the desk, it blocks my peripheral vision. So a lot of times when people come around the corner, it kind of startles me, right? So that's a cool gun. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and I have an issue with one of the shipments, and I'm trying to contact the sales rep, a good friend of mine. So I'm calling him, and I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for him to answer, and then I just happen to turn just slightly, and he's right there. And I was like, man, I said, oh! I mean, it literally scared me that bad, right? So, and he's like, deep, like, dude, how did I miss you? You're built like a fucking Sasquatch.
Oh, what did you just say? Wait, what did you just say?
I freaking.
That's not what you said.
That is. Play this back later. And,
anyway.
I mean, and then like, mind you, I'm sitting in a room, an open room, and it's like everyone heard it and just started laughing. I was like, I wasn't even trying to be funny, man. I was actually frustrated.
You were freaked out, yeah,
yeah.
because Well, Jesus, man.
So then he goes, whoa, and he's being a smart aleck. See what I did there? And he goes,
I like that one.
He goes, so what do you want, a hug? Do you need a hug? I'm like, no, man, no, I don't like being touched. And he goes, I know, that's why I said it, And I looked him dead in the face, and I said, you understand why I don't like being touched, right? Oh, trauma. Like, no, man, never mind. Don't worry about it, I said, just, ask your buddy over there. He'll tell you why, because I told one person why I don't like being touched, right?
You told him it was about your uncle?
No, I didn't. But that would have been a good thing. That would have been funny. That would have been funnier. But really, and this is how I got people to stop touching me, was because I told one person, and this is what I told him. I told one person that when I'm touched, for some reason, I have an orgasm. Okay.
Oh, right, you told me about this.
So the time I person, okay, they spread it, and nobody. I mean, they're like, wait.
Nobody touches you.
I'm talking like
you should walk around like trying to get people to touch you. Like.
There'll be like a crowd of people, and they see me coming, they will part the Red Sea for me. Okay. So anyway,
you should walk around one day and just be like, try to get people to touch you, like, and just be like, I'm sorry, it's been a long week. My wife's been away.
But anyway, so I said this.
Hook a brother up, will ya?
I said this to him. I told him, I was like, he's like, come on, man, you told me. And I was like, so I kind of looked around like it's a big secret, and like, it makes me have an orgasm. And he's like, and the look on his face, he was like, Right? It was a look of disgust, like I molested him, you know. And
I mean, listen, if I found out that I accidentally gave you an orgasm, I wouldn't be happy either. Like, that's not good news for anybody.
It's not true. It's just something I made up. So
no, I know it's not true. I'm just saying that if you told me that I gave you an orgasm on accident, I would not be a happy camper. Like, that would be bullshit. Excuse me. Crap, I did it. Yeah, I did it.
But he says, dude, I am never touching you again. He says, honestly, I'm not even going to joke about it. I was like,
joking about it is foreplay.
And then I'm like, what's so wrong about that? You know? Dude,
I just don't like having to change my pants 5 times a day.
To the wall, he would have done it, man. I mean,
that's so great.
Yeah, but I mean, I would never. I'm just tired of having to try and explain myself that I just don't like being touched. I mean, it's just that simple.
Well, you shouldn't have to explain that, yeah. And nobody needs to know about your uncle. You know, that's between you and your uncle. All right. So you were talking about the woman that ran over the raccoon, right?
Yeah.
So one time I was out with this woman. I was on a date.
At band camp?
No, we were going to my cousin's camp, but we were not at band camp.
What's that? If this story involves a flute in any way, I'm out, okay?
Oh, yeah, you might want to just turn the volume down a little bit then. But anyway, so this woman and I were on a date. It was one of our first dates, right? And I had taken her out. And we were heading back to my cousin's camp where I was spending the night. I had a bedroom up there and everything. We were going to spend the night up there and, So anyway, so we're driving down this dark road. There's no streetlights or anything on it, right? We're driving. I'm driving. She's in the passenger seat. We're talking, date-like stuff, right? And
she farted, didn't she?
No. and I'm like looking at her as I'm talking, right? And she suddenly gets this like horrified look on her face, right? And I look forward because I, check. You know how you look at somebody, look back at the road, look at somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look forward, and sure enough, there's like raccoons on the road in front of me. And I think it's two. At this point, right? So I'm like, uh-oh. So I go to swerve, like, behind them. Because I'm like, yeah, they're bigger. I can go, they're kind of scooting across the road. I could probably sneak behind them. It'll be fine. I won't hit them, right?
Yeah.
What I failed to notice was the 17 little children raccoons.
Oh, no, dude.
that were behind the 2 parent raccoons, right?
Okay.
And sure enough, man, it's just thump, 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 thump.
Oh, you did not.
Dude. I literally, like, I probably took out most of the family. It was awful. I don't take any pride or joy out of this. Please understand.
But you're laughing,
not what's
okay?
funny. No. That's not what's funny about this story. What's funny about this story?
Not funny at all.
That's not funny. It's horrible, right? I felt horrible, right? I mean, the fact that it happened on a first date, like, it's just kind of an awkward situation,
on a first,
right?
I get it.
It wasn't our first date. It was like one of our first, like, maybe our third date or something. I think it was maybe the first time we were gonna, we were going home together afterwards, So anyway,
I got some.
But what makes me laugh is the fact that she still went home with me. Because I don't know if I would have done that. I think I might have been like, okay, you can bring me home now. Like, I'm not into guys that run over families of raccoons.
She's like, that is so hot. You killed like 20 raccoons with one.
I do worry. And honestly, after dating her for a while,
and you didn't even have
probably
to back
did
up.
Turn around. Like, she probably would have orgasmed if I backed up over him. I mean, she was one of the crazy ones. So She was like into that,
crazy chicks are the worst. Okay, and you know my,
I'm sorry,
you know
you said crazy chicks, and to me that's redundant.
well, right. Well, don't be chauvinistic. Anyway, so you know my ex, right?
Unfortunately.
Okay. Now here's the thing. Okay, I don't know. You know the crazy hot scale, right?
Yeah, she's not on either. Well, she's on the crazy scale.
She's
high,
not
on the hot scale.
She was high on one and way low on the other. So it tells you where my self-esteem was when I married her. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it was like suicide or marry this. You know what I
mean? Honestly, dude, you probably should have looked twice at that gun.
It's like, some small part of me was like, I want to live. You know? 12 years
now
later,
you're looking back at that small part and you're like, God dang it.
12 years later, I'm French kissing a shotgun barrel, hoping that it's loaded. You know what I mean? So.
All right, wait. Suicide jokes aren't funny. All right, go ahead.
No, they're not at all. I mean,
yeah.
It's my story, so it's fun.
Yes, it's funny. Because I know you wouldn't have done that, but yeah.
No, you're absolutely correct. But,
better not have. I would have whooped your butt.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Honestly, these kids, they've been through so much, you know. And I'm not gonna darken anything, but you cannot make a joke about cat poop at all around them without them getting deep, real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I get that. Yeah, I get that.
But,
anyway.
So moving on. Oh, I hit the brake there.
You hit what?
Up. I hit the brakes.
Wait,
on
did
the
you say you hit the lottery?
I hit the brakes.
Oh, hit the lottery, not
Dude,
the brakes.
If I hit the lottery, you don't, dude. This world would. Oh my God! It looked like like a pair of testicles there. Watch the video. watch it tomorrow, and you'll see exactly what I saw. It literally looked like an old man's bag.
So kind of like mine.
No, I'm talking like
what's that?
Bad
Wait,
grandpa type thing.
What's that? What's that star? Oh, there's a what?
That's a legendary.
I can't even use it. Well, that was not a good thing for a legendary. The only legendary to drop in this stupid round. Anyway, sorry.
Well,
just complaining now. Sorry.
Dude, what's funny is the Facebook. Oh, I hit it! Wow. The Facebook.
I hate these things so much.
The Facebook page for Borderlands 1, 2, 3, and the sequel.
Yeah.
There's people on there that are like totally complaining about Borderlands 3 and this and that, and so on and so forth. And the best response.
There's people that complain about like everything. So yeah.
The absolute
anyway, go ahead, sorry.
Best response that I saw on that was, you've never played Borderlands before, and it sells. And I just pictured a person who made that comment saying it in very calm voice with steepled fingers. You know what I mean?
Tell me more.
Yeah,
I just don't get it. Like I don't know. Personally, I think it's a great game. If you don't think it's a great game, that's okay. Don't play it.
That's fine. I mean,
just find a different game to play.
Yeah, you know what? That is a perfect metaphor for life, if you will.
Right? Why do you need to sit there and make everyone else miserable? Like, just hey, you enjoy this game. That's great.
So anyway, you know my whole thing about this, the world going to poo. You got to be tolerant of everything. And I was sitting there, I was thinking the other day, man, I'm a threat to society because of my color, my age, my gender. What I.
You're not a threat to society. You are like society's punching bag. So am I.
I'm just saying, it's like everyone can get in your face and tell you their sexuality or what they identify as or this, that, and the third, and you just have to sit there and take it. Even though you are offended, you can't say you're offended, because if you're offended, then, you can get sued. Okay?
Well, okay, but a quick question. Why would you be offended by other people's sexuality in the first place?
No, not that I'm offended by another person's sexuality. I'm offended by the fact that I don't need to know, and they feel the need to say, "Hey," you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm
I
offended
mean,
about. I don't want to hear what you do in your personal life in the bedroom. Got it?
right, like, I don't tell people about my sex life,
Mm-hmm.
except that I got laid after running over a ton of baby raccoons.
Okay, because I was about to call you on that.
But yeah, like I don't go around, talking about that. But I mean, at the same time, like if somebody's like, "Oh, I'm into girls," like, okay, whatever, that's cool. Like, or I'm into boys. Okay, cool, enjoy that.
Yeah,
but like,
because life is too short, man. But the thing is,
everyone just needs to get along, man.
Thank you. I mean, respect me not wanting to know. I mean, it's not because I'm genuinely not interested in what you do in the bedroom. But like I said, that's the thing is.
All right, so how do you feel about movies that have like same-sex couples kissing?
Dude, that doesn't bother me. Okay, I mean that's okay. Honestly that's to be honest. I mean that's part of the storytelling. That's what have you. Is it necessary? Maybe yes, maybe no. But you know what? If people kiss on screen all the time. That's the way I look at it. No
well, yeah,
deal.
that was my next question. Is how do you feel about a man and a woman kissing on screen?
I feel about the same way. The thing is that that doesn't bug me. But don't come up in my face and be like, "Hey, this, and this." I don't want to know. I don't know you. I don't care. If that's your thing, great. Get your groove on. But don't bust that water balloon in my area. I'm not trying to get wet. See what I'm saying?
Yes, but anyway, we're all
that
wet.
was awful. But the point now I'm trying to.
But yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, so I mean, everybody can sit there and be cool. You know what I mean? And that's the thing is, I don't care how you like your eggs cooked. I mean,
I meant to sell my crap. Oh,
that's none of my business. Just don't sit there and air your laundry, and then when I give my opinion, because it seems like you're wanting validation or something, don't be offended by it. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess my feeling is that like it doesn't go both ways. Well, are these dinosaurs?
They're, something like that.
I haven't gotten to this part of the game yet.
There's about to be a big, ugly one come out. I'm talking like big.
Nice.
But anyway, go ahead.
But like, listen, if you're gonna, excuse me, if you're gonna like feel that certain things are okay for your preferences, then they have to be okay for not your preferences as well. You know what I mean? Like for instance, what I was just saying about the whole like kissing on screen and stuff. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna have movies where there's men and women kissing on screen, then there should be able to be movies with men and men kissing on screen, or women and women kissing on screen. God, there should be more movies with women and women kissing on screen. Anyway,
what a big thing to say, bro.
I know, that was horrible.
But I agree totally.
It was a joke. Please understand. But anyway, but in all honesty, that's there should be the ability that there should be no rules or stipulations or anything saying that can't happen. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. To me, it's just as long as it's like all balanced, then everyone should just shut up and enjoy it. Like it's life, man. You're only here once.
Do you want to know what I am absolutely positively jealous about, dude?
What?
And I'm not even gonna lie about it. I don't even care if Jess or the wife hears about it. Okay. Is that we're now in a day and age where people can identify as inanimate objects and food items like a tater tot.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
No, I'm just saying. You can quite literally say you identify as, whatever,
Yeah, I don't buy that stuff.
No, I'm not saying.
I get that people do it.
I identify as.
I'm not gonna that's something I'm not gonna allow. I'm sorry.
Well, just hear me out here. Just hear me out. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Now, I am built the way I am. My stuff is my stuff. I'm obviously,
You
married.
have
But the
a
thing is,
male genitalia. Yes.
there you go. I mean, so we don't offend any of you, sensitive individuals out there.
Well, I'm not
You're
allowed to
welcome.
say the other words because we're not cursing today.
Right. So anyway, so we
You
live in
tried
this-
to trap me there. I know what you were doing.
You shut up and let me talk before I forget and sound
Oh, right. Yeah,
even
go
more
ahead.
stupid than I already do. So we live in this
Yeah,
day and
you're
age
good.
where people can identify as whatever, man. And I'm kind of jealous, not because I don't want to identify as anything else other than what I am. Okay? The thing is that can you imagine if you were single? Dude, you could literally go into work or the gym or whatever and talk with your boys and be like, yo, dude, I totally banged that tater tot last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, if
And
you
people would
ever
be like-
heard me say the words, I banged a tater tot, I want you to murder me. Like, just put me out of my misery, because obviously something has gone
I saw
very,
you
very
go home
wrong
with that
in my
hot
life.
chick. No, dude, you don't understand. She's not a hot chick. She's a tater tot.
Yeah,
Believe me.
no, that's not even okay. Like,
No,
I
I'm just-
get it
the
that
humor.
stuff like
The
happens.
humor, dude,
no,
that's-
well, the humor is very funny, but like, I have a real issue with like there was this person who identified as being 60 years old, even though they were like 20.
Just to get Social Security, I know.
Yeah, and it's like, like there's certain things like, listen, I'm not gonna lie, I am confused yet respectful about the whole like identifying as different genders. All right,
So-
I don't understand it, but
You
I don't
don't
need
have
to
to.
understand it. It's not about me understanding it. It's about I respect people because they're people, right? And they have feelings, and that's fine. Like I'm not judging anybody. I just don't understand how you feel that way because I've never felt that way. You know what I mean?
Oh, you see the
I'm
big
not, I'm not
dinosaur
being-
here?
Yeah, this thing is messy. Did you just destroy it like really quickly?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, I need some of those, like whatever you got there. But anyway, like I don't understand it, but I can be respectful of it, and I can be respectful. That's the word. Really respectful. That's the word I'm looking for.
So can I put
So,
this into
but
perspective with my
when you're
story?
talking about like but real quick, there was this interview with this woman who identified as being a cat.
Yes, I saw
And
that.
You saw that, okay? And that's something I can't even be respectful about. Like that, I honestly thought that was either produced by The Onion or Comedy Central. Like that was one or the other. Or the pony one. Did you see the girl with the pony that thinks she's a pony, a show pony? You didn't see that one?
That could be fun.
That was
anyway.
That was good stuff. No. She would like prance around and like because she thought she was in all these, and she would enter these like pony contests where it's people like dude. It's people that like would be prancing around and pretending to be ponies. It was messed up. But honestly, like I'm not sure if it was real or not. It might have been a joke. I hope it was a joke. I laughed a lot. If it wasn't a joke, I feel bad.
So can I tell my story about how confusing things can be? With
yeah,
that?
please do, because I'm just babbling at this point. Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to save you, and you just weren't picking up. Anyway, so so I told you about this driver. We'll call this driver Sam. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
All right.
I'm laughing. I'll tell you why. It's all right.
So anyway.
Oh my God.
So anyway,
So much red
I have
on
to
that.
I have to call and check in on these drivers, what have you, and with a name like Sam, you think Sam's a man,
You don't
right?
know. Well, you don't know.
So I call Sam and I'm trying to get the information on when he's getting loaded up and ready to roll and what have you, and I made the mistake of saying, okay, thank you for your time, sir. And I hear this, sir. I'm like, yeah, sir. Well, I'm confused here. He goes, yes, you are, because I'm a woman. And I was like, what? And I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. With a name like Sam, I just assumed that you were a man, and I see that Sam could be, something else. Samantha. My fault. I'm sorry. And so I'm sitting here, I'm listening, and he finally come. You know, I turn on my charm, and you know, I'm just talking to
Oh,
to
now you're
smooth
hitting
things
on
out.
Sam.
No, I'm not hitting on
Oof.
Sam. Anyway, so I
Yeah.
have this amazing way of smoothing things over with people
You are a smooth talker, yes. I'll give you that.
when I'm not drinking. Anyway, so so Sam lightens up, and Sam starts to tell me that Sam identifies as a woman. Sam was born a man, but identifies as a woman. And he has this extremely hot lesbian girlfriend. And every instinct in my body is screaming to ask, what? I mean, is it?
How's that work?
Yeah, is it another man that identifies as a woman, or is it a woman that's a lesbian, or and I mean, just the things were the circular logic in my brain was screwing me up. I was like,
I'm with you.
whoa.
I'm with you there, yeah.
So it broke me.
Did you ask?
It broke me. So at that point in time, I just kind of let it go. But then Sam continued on that he was at this bar in a certain state, and what have you, and he was hit on by a man. I'm like, or excuse me, she was hit on by a man.
Right. Yeah.
And I said, oh, how'd that turn out? And she goes, oh no, I didn't do that because I'm not gay. What the hell? What in the actual hell? So I mean, you see all the levels here that I mean,
right. It's so confusing. It's so very confusing.
I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, have a great day.
Yeah. So I was just like, and that is another perfect example of how
I'm a gunner.
How people can be in your face about things, That individual did not have to have that conversation with me at all because we were just we were doing business.
Like
I didn't need to know about what that person identified as. I did not need to know what.
Well, I mean, I get them being like, I get like them saying, "Oh, it's ma'am." Like, all right, I get that. You know what I mean? But like, all right, call it a day at that point. You know what I mean? Like, leave it alone then. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Excuse me. I apologize for that. And then they go, oh, okay, no problem, and call it a day. Don't be like, oh, I date this wicked hot lesbian chick and blah 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 blah. Like, you don't need to go into that.
Well, I'm gonna stop talking about it now because I'm thinking about it again, trying to figure this out, and it's just not happening. So I want to get some sleep tonight. It kept me up for days, honestly.
Listen, I get like if you it's called misgendering, right? I don't know if you know the term.
Yes.
If you misgender someone, like whatever, and they're like, oh hey, just so you know, like you called me a chick, but I'm a dude, or vice versa, whatever. All right, yeah. Hey, my bad. Like, didn't mean to offend. You're a chick, not a dude, or vice versa, whatever it is.
What I'm saying. Go ahead.
It can end there now. All right, you pointed it out. I apologize. All right, and now we can end it. We don't need to like keep going. But do you know that like in Canada, people like get fines for that, and like they can go to jail if they don't pay their fines.
That's horrible.
Right? I have an issue with that. You know what I mean? That's you get into the whole freedom of speech discussion, right? So what is that thing? That's pretty sweet looking.
All I'm saying is that if you're going to put this out there, there needs to be some rules, man. You know what I mean? There needs to be some rules so that I and people like me don't break our minds, And if there's anybody out there
what
saying,
broke your mind?
Well, no,
you need the details. What broke your mind?
Okay, so we'll take that individual. Said that they were born a man but identified as a woman that was dating a hot lesbian. Okay.
Right. See, all right. So to me, we never should have gone to that point.
Exactly. I didn't take it there. See, like I said, this
no. I'm not blaming you.
Right. The TMI thing, and then the story about the dude hitting on her.
Yeah.
With
no need.
Okay.
No need.
And then, I was just trying to be friendly and just. Because it seemed like, they wanted to talk. Look at all that loot that just dropped. Anyway,
yeah, I know, right?
And then
What?
they say
Dude,
I'm not.
look at they just keep spawning there. Why?
Then they say I'm not a lesbian. I'm not gay.
Wow! Look at all that.
I'm like, what in the actual hell? You know?
See, there's no need for any of that. Like,
the lines are so blurry on everything now. You know? I mean, one person's logic is another person's what the hell. You know what I mean? Honestly. And it should not be that. If it's a logic, if it's a balanced logic, fantastic. Let's run with it. Whatever. But I mean, if I think that if you identify as a cat, you should only get to go to a vet. You know what I mean? Right?
Yes. I agree 100%.
If you identify as a woman, you need to show me at least one OBGYN report to prove this. You know what I mean?
Well, I get the whole like mentality
I'm being an asshole.
Difference between.
I did it. I cursed. Sorry.
I'm doing better than you.
No,
I get the difference between gender. What is it? Gender and gender and sex. I get that. Yeah. Like, I don't necessarily understand it, but you know what? I can respect it.
I can identify people. I can identify with people identifying with things. You know what I mean? And
I can identify with people identifying. Now you've used the word identify too much. I don't even know what that means anymore.
You don't have to because it makes sense to me. See what I'm saying?
And you know what? And I'll be respectful of that. I'm respectful of your ignorance, Charlie.
Da-da. You said, how come you said I can't use your name, but you use mine all over the place?
Well, because you use yours in this.
Anyway.
Right?
You get to wear the mask, but I don't. Okay. Anyway.
That's right. That's what we get for being Mr. Fish. I mean, granted, my username is basically my last name.
Yeah. Okay, so let's put that out there, too. Why don't we tell them where we live and our bank account numbers? Come on.
Ooh, Social Security numbers. You start.
Right.
Hang on, let me get a pen and paper.
Anyway, you'd be sorely disappointed, man. My credit's in the toilet. That's how I protect my credit.
Listen, man, I'm working on mine, all right? I want to buy a house.
Anyway. But what I'm saying is that there has to be some type of rules to be able to explain this. I mean, because we have kids going to school right now that have no clue what they are. They have no identity. They have no identity because they are literally being told, look.
Yeah, like I have issues with, like, have you heard about the people that are saying it's not right to name a child?
Oh my gosh.
Have you heard about this?
Yes, I have, and
that's kind of infuriating. Like, that's taking things way too far.
Well, let me tell you a quick story real quick. My mother-in-law the other day went to had to go to the doctor, okay? And she's filling out. It says or other, and then it had an explanation block.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
well, yeah, and see, there's times where it's not. Look at all this loot dropping here too. Good God. There's times where it can cause too many issues. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, look. My thing is,
you got to find a way to differentiate it.
Bingo.
You know what I mean? Like.
Here's the thing, okay? We're just gonna take the male female out of it, okay? Here's the thing: if you say that you identify as a hamster, okay? And I
do, but okay.
Okay, and that was put in your medical record, and something bad happened to you. How do they treat?
Exactly.
How do they treat you? Do they treat you as a male, a female, or do they treat you as a hamster?
Right.
That's my thing.
No, that's a great and that's a great point. Oh.
What bathroom do you use? You know, if you're a hamster.
Well, see, and that's a whole discussion. Like that's a discussion here, right? Because people that identify as female want to be able to use women's room, right?
I have to draw the line there just because there's too much potential for abuse.
And there is, and not that it wouldn't not. It's a sticky subject there, man, and And it has been abused in the past, right? They've already had issues with, you know, I'm down. I don't know if I'm not coming back up.
Hold on, where you at?
I'll be all right, hang on. Let me get this dude right here. There we go. Oh, he's resisting me.
Stay still, shoot it.
Oh, thank you.
Ow,
Oh,
ow.
I'm out of ammo. Oh, thanks, man.
And now I'm down.
Oh,
I got second-winded.
Oh, good job. Anyway, that's it. Why are we talking about this crap?
Because
why are we being political commentators right now?
It's not political.
I'm drunk.
Exactly. That's why we're talking about this. You know what I mean?
I shouldn't be talking about this stuff.
Well, no.
I'm out of ammo.
You should be
okay. 2 of my guns. Nope, only 1.
Oh, so dude, check it out. We're gonna totally switch gears here. We're gonna go. We're gonna talk about Borderlands for a second, okay?
All right, yeah, we need that.
So I obviously know I beat the game, so I obviously know what.
Don't spoil anything for me.
I'm not gonna spoil it for you or anybody else.
I will murder you in your sleep, even though you're like 5 hours away from me.
All I have to say is, apparently anyone can become a siren. Okay.
I'm a siren.
So I
identify as a siren.
So
sorry. Oh, sorry.
So anyway, so I'm reading these posts on Facebook about. So there's a person that had a really cool idea. Okay, I can't claim this. They had a really cool idea that.
Can I ask one quick question real quick? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Do you see the like 30 guns, 40 guns maybe all over the ground over here? And my inventory's full, and I can't get one of them. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Don't worry. We'll have plenty of time. I don't know what wave we're on. But
anyhow, but we need to end it. Anyway.
So this person on Facebook said, you know, wouldn't it be cool to get rid of the siren class? Okay, and...
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And once you beat the game, then you have a siren tree. You become a siren. Your character becomes a siren. Okay? And I thought, dude, that would actually be kind of cool. You know,
it's kind of interesting, yeah.
I mean, that's intriguing for sure. And then I got thinking about all the characters that could be sirens. You know,
excuse me.
So I got thinking, dude, what if Ellie was a siren and a playable character? Think about the different mechanics that could come out of that. That was.
I know.
I would play that game, dude.
I'm down. I want Ellie to be a playable character, and I think that's Borderlands 4 confirmed.
Yeah, well, Gearbox is sitting back going, "Damn it!" Now we gotta make this
cat's
happen.
Out of the bag.
Development are like, nah, that's a heavy that's a heavy order there, you know.
Oh, that's a fat joke. See?
Oh no, dude, come on.
It's okay. I make fat jokes about myself all the time, and about you, so we're good.
What? Right. Anyway.
Well, yeah. That's what we do when we love each other.
Exactly. So, but no, I mean, I think there would be some interesting gameplay mechanics there, or you know what?
That could be interesting. Yeah.
I thought perhaps maybe
they're invisible dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I'm in love. Can I be an invisible dinosaur in Borderlands 4, please?
Anyway, so I thought about maybe Moxie being a siren or something like that, and then she would have like these super slutty, you know, a playable character, and she had like these super slutty costumes.
Listen, you know, I'm just saying that Moxie should be a playable character, and they should have mini games like GTA used to have.
Yeah,
just
see now that. But.
Yeah,
but see that's the thing, dude. And I will tell you honestly, I mean, if you Google Moxie cosplay, you won't be disappointed. You guys are welcome.
Good to know.
You can subscribe for that one if you want.
And I'm subscribing to Moxie cosplay.
there's like teenage kids out there going, "Oh my God, is that a thing?"
Nate right now is watching this going, "Oh."
No, honestly, Nate doesn't like Borderlands. I can't believe it. I'm thinking about dropping him off at the orphanage. You know what I mean?
I mean, he may not like Borderlands, but I guarantee you he likes Moxie.
Dude, you're right. You know, he did. He took enough pictures of her boobs and sent them to us, didn't he?
Exactly. He's like, yeah, I've played all there is to play in Borderlands. I can see Moxie's boobs.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I've finished the game as far as I'm concerned.
It
finished on the game. Oh, wait.
I was getting ready to say that. It wasn't the game he finished. Dude, honestly,
it's horrible.
I'm
it's
glad.
Funny, but it's horrible.
I am so glad that I'm grown up enough that I can make jokes and stuff like that.
Sorry,
but
you're grown up enough for what?
To make jokes and stuff, and not have to stop and touch myself when I see like stuff like Moxie or like the mini games in GTA or God of War.
Oh, I mean. Okay. Well, good for you. I'll just leave it at that, I guess.
You're like, oh, me too.
Oh, you mean I'll get to that point someday when I'm as old as you?
See, that oh, come on, man. That hurts.
Yeah, that was an old joke and making fun of myself for masturbating at Moxie. So we're even. I think we're even there.
So I will say that
a little self-deprecating,
This God of War that came out, the last God of War, excellent game.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now. However, what got me is that God of War games were always mature, and it was for obvious reasons. There was boobies everywhere, dude, and I know I'm sounding like an immature, chauvinistic prick here.
Are you? I don't think it's chauvinistic to say boobies.
Anyway, the thing is
it?
That's
is that a new thing?
That was all part of the God of War thing. I mean, it was part of the culture and the things that they were portraying in these games.
Sure, boobs.
And
boobs are great.
There was not any boobs in this God of War, and I was like,
oh, really?
Yeah, it was family. Don't get me wrong; it's a beautiful. My God, it was a beautiful game. And I think if there were boobies in there, it would be hard to differentiate from CGI boobies.
Are you thinking that they bowed down to some pressure, maybe?
That's a possibility, man. Because it sold copies and stuff. It sold thousands and thousands and thousands of copies without the boobies.
Oh yeah, well, the thing is, it's a good game. It's not, the boobies don't make it a good game.
No, but
just like the boobies wouldn't make it a bad game. Like, boobies are boobies. Like, I would think that most gamers don't play it. It's like Witcher 3, right?
Right.
Like, I love Witcher 3. There's a ton of sex in that game. There's boobs, there's sex, there's ass, there's all kinds. Oh, I said a bad word.
Don't worry, we're 3 for 3 right now. You and I.
Oh, are we? All right, cool. We're cool. But like, I don't play it for that. But there's a lot in there. Does it make it better or worse? No.
Boobies make everything better.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there's a time and place where you're enjoying it, but I don't know. To me, like, the story of Witcher 3 is still great, even if they had no boobies in it.
I agree.
Right?
I agree, but you can't can't say that boobies don't make everything better.
Well, boobies make everything better, but at the same time, I would still play Witcher 3 if there were no boobies.
Well, exactly.
Like that would not come into my mind as a factor of whether I should play that game or not.
Well, check it out.
Or when they make a Witcher 4, if they make a Witcher 4. God, I hope they make a Witcher 4.
Well, check it out. I call it the booby balance scale, okay? You have blood.
Booby balance scale.
Yeah,
yes, tell me this. I want to hear all about it.
All right, hold on a second.
Do not start this. We're going up. Ooh.
Anyway,
why is my chick moaning?
So let me tell you about the booby balance scale. The booby balance
I
scale
want to hear all about
started
this.
with horror films, okay?
I'm leaving you behind.
Anyway, it started with horror films, man. You had all this blood and the guts and stuff, and you knew there was some terror that was about to come. So what did they do? They put boobies in the movies, right? So you're like, boobies. And then there's all of a sudden like a machete through the boobies, okay? So you had like a bittersweet type of
it's like,
experience.
Oh, blood, but ooh, boobies. Yeah, all right.
Exactly. And anyone who...
And it makes you care about the character more.
Right?
Because you're like, oh, I didn't want her to die. She had nice boobies. Yeah, I'm with him.
Okay, so you're on the same page. Dude, we're totally gonna get banned. Anyway, and we're not even saying bad words, really. You know what I mean? Anyway,
Right, we're behaving, but we're still gonna get banned. Anyway, go ahead.
so you're playing these games that have like all this blood and this gore and stuff like that, right? So you throw some boobies
Yeah.
in, right? What's the big deal? You throw
Yeah.
boobies in, and it's it kind of softens the blow from all the terror, And I'm down with that. Honestly, after a hard day's work, right? You come home, you kiss the wife. What happens, There's boobies, and automatically my day is better. You know what I mean? So,
But I mean, I would think that your wife's boobies would make your day better rather than video games
well, right?
or movies.
I'm just saying,
See, here's the way I see it, right?
Then again, you can see hers from space. So, anyhow.
I mean, I didn't see her boobies, but anyway. Let me ask a question. So,
wait, I think that was the last round.
wait, what?
I think that was the last round. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go down and check to see if the chest is open. You see
Is that
boobies.
actually the last round? So, anyway, the way I see it is like if my kids are going to play video games or watch movies, would you rather, or what? All right, if your kids are going to play video games and watch movies, would you rather them see gore and violence or boobies?
I'd rather him see, honestly. I mean, yeah, that was the fifth round. Come on down here to the chest, dude.
Freaking sweet, bro. Hang on, give me a second.
And again,
Which would you rather them see?
well, I mean, between the two, honestly, yeah, the boobies aren't so bad. I mean, boobies give you
are
nice
great.
dreams, gore give you bad dreams. But then again,
Well,
I
it's
have
not
a
just
tight
about
rein on
boobies,
them.
right? It's about, you think about, I mean, sex in general, right? Sex is passion and love and, all these great things,
That's the thing, dude.
opposed to violence and death and killing and hate. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather my kids be into boobies than
Yeah,
death
exactly.
and gore,
I
personally.
think boobies should definitely be an emoji. You know what I mean?
I'm down for that, yeah. I can't reach those. What? Oh, yeah, I can. All right, there we go. I got everything. Anything good, I wonder?
Hey,
Ooh, skill point.
need to take a 5-second break. I'll be right back. Okay?
Actually, I'm going to take a few minutes as well, so I'll be right back to you.
No, I'm not talking minutes. We're broadcasting. I gotta take a few seconds.
All right, well, you come back and entertain the crowd. I'll be in, like, a few minutes.
What am I gonna do to entertain the crowd? I can't. I'm nothing without you.
Tell your jokes, man. You'll be all right. I'll be right back.
Right. Okay, taking 5 seconds. Fish, you back? Probably not. Anyway, so as if to prove my point, I walked in the other room. The wife is watching a horror movie. And there was boobies, and then there was horror. Ta-da! I rest my case. And snooch in the face. And clam slam. Here, enjoy a moist muffin. Alright. Yeah, you're gonna love that one tomorrow. Fish. Come on. Gotta roll. Gotta go. You know what? The one person that tuned in, I hope it was not my kids. Can I down him with a grenade? No. Light bulb. There we go. Fish, come on back, man. I got a solution to the issue. So I'm going to tell a stupid joke, okay? It's a blonde joke, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have anything against blondes. And I feel horrible that I have to preface it with that. However, so I read this joke. It was a blonde joke. She read an article that said that 2 Brazilian men were killed, in a horrible accident. And she starts to cry. So her boyfriend says, what's wrong? Did you know them? She says, no, but how many is a Brazilian? I'm sorry, man. I don't care who you are. That is super funny. Oh, wow.
Oh, I even muted you. Check that out. Hello.
Check you out. Hey, so, anyway. I had something I was going to say, and the alcohol made me forget, so...
I hate when that happens.
Right. It's all your damn fault.
My fault? I thought it was alcohol's fault.
Come on, we got to deal... Come on, let's duke it out.
What are we doing?
I challenge you to a duel.
Oh, I didn't accept. Wait, why are you blowing me up?
What?
Oh my god, friendly fire's on. I just noticed that. No, it must not be. But your grenades hurt me.
Do they? I don't know.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, no, they don't. Oh, I must have been near a barrel.
Yeah. It's better than being over a barrel.
Ha, 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 ha.
Oh. So, can I tell you, I love dad jokes now. I used to hate them. I love them just because the expression...
Dad jokes are the best ever.
The expressions that the kids give you, Like the one
go ahead.
Like the one I used earlier. I said, let's be like a cow and move on.
That's so great.
Oh, Lord.
I always tell the girls, like, one of my favorites is, two fish are in a tank. One looks at the other one and says, "Do you know how to drive this thing?"
No, I love the one you told me so many years ago, and I remember it as your favorite joke because that's how you said was 2 men walk into a bar, the third one ducks.
Oh, that's my go-to. That and the guy walks into a doctor's office with a frog on his head. Doctor says, "What seems to be the trouble?" The frog says, "I don't know. It started with a little bump on my butt." I learned that one from Paul Stanley from Kiss.
Right.
Yeah, I did. True story.
There's a confused individual, but we'll leave that alone. Love you, Paul.
Paul Stanley?
Mm-hmm.
There's a rich individual, I think that's what you meant.
Yeah.
He's not confused at all.
Dude, let me tell you something, okay?
All right.
I just wish some of my BS could make me rich, man. Honestly. I've seen people with far stupider stuff out there, man, that has made people money. Look at Carrot Top.
Here's what I'm trying to figure out. Carrot Top, good example. Here's what I'm trying to figure out, right? So Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, they have come forward and said, and they've done this for years, the only reason we started Kiss is because we wanted to get laid, right? They've said that. Now, when I was like 19, 18, I was in a band because I wanted to get laid, but I'm not loaded now. Like, how does that work?
The question is did you get laid?
Oh, I mean, yeah, but not like they did.
Okay, well, that was, you achieved your goal, man. I mean,
right, but I mean, like, I was getting the girls that I had to, like, close my eyes with. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, they try harder. Don't worry, man. Come on.
I mean, they did. They tried very hard. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, dude, not quite the same,
Well, you know what, man?
How come I couldn't get Kiss level girls? That's all I'm saying,
Because you're not Kiss level famous. I mean, right?
Well, but that's my point. How come? Like, I started a band for the same reason. I had the same motivation that Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons had.
Obviously not.
Yeah, it didn't work out for me.
They're rich.
No, we had the same motivation.
You didn't have Caster Plaster either. Come on, man.
Well, I didn't have any of the great music. But,
anyway.
I had the same motivation.
Right.
Mission complete. Cistern of Slaughter.
So you want to do this again? You want to keep doing this or what?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Dude, we are not going to be the damn buzzers from Robin Hood. That's an old Disney movie with foxes as Robin Hood and Maid Marian.
I remember it.
Yeah,
I remember.
I mean, for those
I don't know. What do you want to do?
What do you mean by that? I mean,
let's see. How much money do I have now? I probably have a ton of money. I have $500,000 now. That's pretty sweet. What can I do with? Oh, we should go to Sanctuary and just tip Moxie $500,000.
You wanna?
Just to see what happens.
You're gonna get the same two crappy guns, and that's the thing, man. Honestly, she has. I can't get behind those guns that she's got, man. Honestly,
I can get behind her though.
Right. Anyway, so the thing.
All right, so we won't do that.
No, the thing is that in Borderlands 2, man, she gave you two SMGs, that were like rock everything. The SMGs in here, they like have like a power up phase. When you pull the trigger, it's not like immediate. It's kind of like it's kind of like a squirt gun.
So that's I'm learning this. That is Malawan guns. Malawan guns have this like power up thing. It's not all SMGs. It's just Malawan guns.
I can't get behind
Torg.
Malawan. I'm definitely a
Torg
man.
guns explode. Which I have 2 Torg guns and I have 2 Malawan guns. Really, that's interesting.
I
only have 1 legendary gun right now in my.
Honestly, I mean,
repertoire.
Getting a little dirty here. I mean, honestly, I think my penis is Torg because it explodes all the time.
Is penis a bad word?
No, it's a medical word. Penis.
I don't. Is penis? Is it? Yeah. All right.
I mean, I've never got in trouble for saying penis. But
you never went to Catholic school then.
Oh, come on! I said penis in the Catholic church, and the priest was like, "Hey."
Oh, the priest was like aroused. I mean, come on.
Oh, dude, I got to back up.
I went there.
I'm not trying to get excommunicated here. Okay.
I've already been excommunicated, so it's different.
I'm sorry. Look, I mean, you just triggered me. Okay, check it out.
Now we're gonna get into a religion discussion. This is awesome.
This is why I'm a bad Catholic. Okay, this is why I stopped going to church, is because I'm confused about the way things work. Okay, so now listen, just follow me here.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, now allegedly, Okay, through Scripture and what have you, God gave man to make things on earth as or where, so it is on earth, so it is in heaven, or vice versa, or
All
whatever.
right, wait. Time out. Switch characters. Let's switch characters and play through the story.
Okay. Anyway, right. Gotcha. How do I do that?
Okay.
So here's the deal, right?
All right.
So you got these guys that have the power to damn you, to send you to hell for looking at them cross-eyed. Now, if you know what hell is, why would you send anyone there? Why would you do the devil's work for them? That's not cool in my book. You see what I'm saying? There's
good question.
Honestly, I mean, and I'll end it here. Is I choose to believe. I choose to believe in peace and happiness and not doing harm to anyone, And everyone's going, oh, that's Wicca. And no. I still believe in the big G. That's me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't choose to
time
conform.
out. So believing in not harming people is Jesus's teachings.
Well, the thing is I'm not trying to conform to any
I'm
set
sending
thing,
you an
because
invite.
there's a lot of things that I don't agree with.
Let's switch characters before you come.
That's what she said. Anyway,
I don't even know what that means, but I laughed. Anyway.
No, that's always a good. Anyway, but the thing is like I was saying, is that that's funny, comedian Chris D'Elia. Okay.
Dude, I'm looking sexy right now. I'm just saying, you got to come look at me.
Anyway,
yeah, I like him. He's funny.
He is. He's funny. I mean, if you ever heard his bit about church, and I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, just look that up and check it out. It's funny. He talks about how church is creepy, and I never thought about it like that. And he really hits it on the head. And I'm not trying to get anyone not to go to church or anything. I'm just saying, it's just think about it. You know what I mean?
Look it up. Yeah.
But, I'm respectful of everyone's religions and everybody's beliefs and what have you. I'm not trying to force anything on anyone, It's just, I expect people to respect my belief, which is, I think religion should be a personal experience. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Your relationship with your deity should be a personal experience, okay?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I absolutely agree with that, yeah. And the thing is that's actually like what's the word I'm looking for? That's in the Bible as well. Like, is that your relationship with God is your relationship with God, not anybody else's,
Well, yeah,
so, I support that.
I mean, that's a cool thing, And they say
Did you hear that? Sorry.
They say spread the word and what have you. And I believe that's that whole get in your face thing. It applies to religion too. I mean, if you come up to me and you're like, hey, you should believe this, I'm like, get stepping. You're not going to tell me what to believe.
Well,
okay?
But I mean, so all right. So are they saying spread the word of specifically Jesus Christ and learning to become a Catholic? Or are they saying spread the word of being a good freaking human being and,
Well, let's back it up a bit, man, honestly. I mean, the thing is we'll just keep it generalized at this point in time, Because, like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody, and I think that's BS that I have to do that. But the thing is whatever your deity is, whatever you believe in, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you bring it to me, if you bring it to my table, to my attention, don't shove it down my throat, man. I mean, that's what the whole crusade thing was shoving religion down another culture's throat and shedding blood, dude. I'm not down with that. But I'm saying, if we're having a conversation like we are now, and you say something that makes me go, I'm gonna think about it. That's all I'm saying.
Sure, and I think that's probably what the message that is supposed to be in the Bible. I think that it got twisted and screwed up through.
Oh yeah, for
the Vatican, which is I mean, how do you? I don't understand how the Vatican explains
let's
being obnoxiously rich while everyone else, not everyone else, but a lot of people are still suffering and poor in the world. Like that still doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, I can see your point, but let's not base it on any one religion right now. Let's just say.
Well, no. I guess I know more about Catholicism than
human beings.
Most other religions.
Human beings in general, okay. Even the atheists, even atheists have this thing in the back of their head that there's something greater, okay? And I'm not trying to force that down anybody's throat. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying.
No, actually, atheists don't really have that. At least the ones I know don't.
Well, agnostic, that's it. Anyway, so sorry about that.
Yeah, agnostic is kind of the idea that something's there, but not really knowing what.
Yeah.
Right?
So anyway, the point I'm trying to make, though, is...
Are you joining this game?
I'm in this game. Damn, how much have you had to drink?
A lot. Where are you?
I am over here at the SDU units.
Oh, I was just there. You were standing next to me. All right, sorry.
Right. But anyhow, I mean, I forgot where I was going. Thanks for screwing this up.
Yeah, sorry. What level are you?
I'm 17.
Oh, me too. All right, let's go. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
I forgot where I was going with it. It's probably a good thing. But the thing is that...
I think we were talking about, like, altar boys getting
corruption.
raped.
No, we were not. Come on.
Oh, we weren't? Oh, my bad.
No, the thing is that I believe that something that was good and pure was manipulated by man. That's what I say. Okay? And,
all right, I'm going to need you to explain that one.
Okay.
What was good and pure that was manipulated by man?
Okay, so the religion, the message that was given out was good and pure, okay? It was
wait, time out. The message was always given out by man. Get out of your menu.
Don't tell me what to do. Hold on a second here.
I'm telling you what to do.
That's level 47. That's got to go.
The Bible is written by man.
Exactly. Hello. Now listen. The Bible is written by man. The Bible, the Quran, whatever you believe in.
Yeah, all of them. Right.
It was written by man. Okay.
Right.
So, man is, fallible, of course. So it's being put out there, and just like I was saying earlier, is that back in the day, they did not know how to read. They were not educated, and so what happened? You have these people that can read that are interpreting the divine word for these individuals. Okay? And so in that fact, you have power over those people that do not have the education.
Sure.
So it's
because they look to those educated ones as the wise ones. Yeah.
There's a large margin for abuse. Okay? So that's all I'm saying. So I choose to sit back and think of my relationship with my deity, and I'm going to put it like that, just as a personal thing. I believe that my relationship with my deity is like my relationship with you, or my wife, or my kids. It's personal. I know you, you know me, and we get along, and that's the thing. And I believe that's the way it's supposed to be, is that it's more of a feeling than an edict. You know what I mean? And all religions have a base guideline, okay? Which is what? The golden rule. Doing to others as you would have them doing to you.
Well, not all religions have that.
Well, I mean, they have something similar.
I don't think so. I mean, if you look at, like, Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff, their whole thing is, like, bring in more people. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Spreading of the word. What I'm saying, though, is that...
Yeah, that's kind of what their religion is based around, is spreading it to more people and getting more people involved. It's not necessarily about being good to them, because actually, Jehovah's Witnesses aren't allowed to speak to people, aren't allowed to have relationships with people that aren't Jehovah's Witnesses unless they're trying to convert them.
That's true.
So, that is true. My ex was a Jehovah's Witness. Well, her mother was a Jehovah's Witness. She was raised through it. And I actually learned a lot through it. I learned a lot about it through that. And technically, my ex's mother was not supposed to, first off, be married to her husband because he was not a Jehovah's Witness, and she had no hope of converting him. And second off, was not supposed to be talking to me or my ex, which I'm glad that I don't talk to. Well, I do talk to my ex.
Well, I mean,
anyway, right? That's probably a good thing that she didn't talk to my ex. Sorry. But anyway, like she's not supposed to. Even her own daughter, because her own daughter isn't a Jehovah's Witness.
And I'm sure all religions have that to a certain degree. Okay.
No, I don't think so. I think Christianity in general is pretty open to getting along with people, regardless of their religious beliefs.
My mother, according to my religion, was not allowed to receive the Eucharist because she married someone who did not believe and would not convert. Okay?
Well, wait. Receiving the Eucharist?
Yeah, the body of Christ.
Like communion?
Yeah, the holy cracker, if you will. You know what I mean?
The holy cracker. You mean the big old JC?
Yeah, exactly.
The holy cracker.
Yeah, I mean,
right, but I think there's a difference between receiving communion and being like outcast by the freaking church.
Well, exactly, and it's the thing is,
neither of which should be things, but whatever they are.
Here's the thing. Here's where all the confusion comes in, because we all
hop in. I'm driving.
Oh hell. Anyway.
Oh yeah, we're going off a cliff.
I believe it. Anyway, so here's the thing though, is that will you just stop moving, please? I'm trying to talk. Come. Oh my God.
Get in.
I'm getting my own ride. Never mind.
Just get in.
I'm done.
No, get in.
But anyhow, why didn't give me this thing?
I don't know.
But anyway, the thing is that I know what I feel in my heart and my mind.
Ooh, I hit a wall.
You know, and the thing is every day I search for one thing only is peace of mind. You know, peace. You know, I don't want any aggravation at all. So I seek ways of resolution, peaceful resolutions, even in the job description that I have.
Yeah.
I think
as you should.
I think that is something that is, and I've never read the Bible. I've never read anyone's, guidelines on any religion. The thing is for me, religion is about a feeling. It's about an instinct almost, if you will. And that's what guides me. That's my moral compass. I mean, could I do this? Could I commit a crime and get away with it? Yeah. But you know what? There's something that little voice that, your conscience, what have you, that the feeling that I get when I think about, oh yeah, I could do that and get away with it, and then be like, no, maybe not. And it's not for fear of getting caught. It's just because the whole baseline of it is it's not right. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and I think that's the thing is like, as a parent, right? Part of your job is to teach your children the difference between right and wrong, right?
But so where did we get the basis for right and wrong?
Well, I think partially from our parents, right? And partially from simply knowing how you want to be treated and how you want, your life to go. You know what I mean?
There you go. See, there you go, man. And that's
right. And I'm with you 100%. Like that to me is what life is all about, regardless of what you believe religiously.
Exactly.
I love how deep we're getting tonight. I just want to say that real quick.
But it's alcohol, man.
Regardless of how, what's that?
It's the alcohol.
It is, apparently. Regardless of, what you believe in as far as religion and higher power and, whatever, to me, you still know how you like to be treated and you want everyone else to have a good life too, right? I'm not so selfish that I'm the only one that deserves a good life. I mean, that's just
right, for sure, right?
Everyone deserves a good life. We're all in this world together, you know what I mean? So might as well make the best of it and get along and, enjoy each other and make each other happy, you know?
But and you know what? I've got a total conspiracy theory. You knew this was coming, man.
I want to hear it, man. I'm excited.
Okay, so we will just, because I don't have a word for it, we'll just say puppet master. Okay.
All right. I love it. I love it
All right,
already.
right. So puppet master says that we have to have prejudice. We have to have conflict. We have to say, you know, because they're different skin color or different religion, you know, we can't be friends. Okay. And it's nurtured to keep us at odds, to keep us away from, to keep us from noticing what's really going on, man. What's really going
Wait,
on?
is this? Let me. I need to understand something real quick. Is this what you believe, or is this what you've heard?
It's more of a slightly educated, alcohol-induced observation, if you will. I mean,
So you think that there's somebody there pulling the strings, saying, "Hey, don't get along with black people because they're black."
exactly. Think about it, man.
You
Think
actually
about
think that?
it. No.
Just to be clear.
Okay, just to be clear, yes. Because the thing is, and not just specifically black or whatever. I'm just
No,
saying,
I'm using that as an example. Understand? I'm not
okay, so
in any way, shape, or form trying to
it's just a
be
baseline.
racist or anything.
It's just a baseline, correct? Okay, I get you.
Right.
The thing is basically if you're different than me, we can't get along.
Ooh, I'm
okay?
down.
Now think about it.
Ooh, I'm up.
Think about it. We'll say ethnic relations were improving. I mean, we were just going along and everything was fine, so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden we had the hands up, don't shoot, and then the whole cop thing, and just everything just kind of spiraled right down the tubes, man. Think about it. I mean, just a huge tsunami of just getting set back. And a lot of people go, oh, that's BS, and so on and so forth. And I might agree with them to a certain extent. But the thing is, you know, I'm friends with everybody. You know, I make friends. I don't give a damn who you are, what your background is. You know, I mean,
and I think that I'm the same way. Yeah.
I know if I knew you, who you are right now, I don't give a damn about your past. Honestly, I do not. You know,
right.
the thing that I care about is how you treat people, how you treat me, how you treat the ones I love. You know, how you react to the way I treat you. That's the thing. And a lot of that has gone away, dude. Believe it or not. I mean,
well, what do you mean a lot of that has gone away? A lot of you acting that way, or a lot of the world acting that way?
The world acting that way. You know?
But you're assuming that the world acted that way to begin with, and I completely disagree that the world ever acted that way.
What do you mean? Explain.
I don't think the world ever said, "Hey, I don't care who you are, what you've been, where you've been, how you were raised, how much money you have." I don't think the world ever said, "We're cool as long as you're a good person." I don't think the world ever said that.
No, well, I think we got to a point where we're approaching that. And let me just be clear on that, okay? So
you think that we were close to that?
We were very close to that, I believe, okay? Because now I notice a difference. You know, like I said, you know, honestly, I'm considered a white male because of my skin color, and you know differently.
Well,
however,
sure.
The thing is, you know, because of my skin color, my age, you know, the way I was raised, and my values and what have you, we are at a very low premium, if you will. We're frowned upon. Okay.
Right. Well, it's the whole privilege thing, but yeah.
Well, I mean, let's not get too deep into that. Because, I mean, we might dig ourselves into a hole that alcohol may not be able to help us explain ourselves out. Okay?
All right.
I'm not that drunk. So the thing is that I believe we got to a point where we were accepting each other as human beings. I mean, think about it, man. I mean, it's cool. And now we have a whole thing. You can feel it's a tension. It's a tension. And it's not... I mean, when I deal with other people, what have you, there's always that thing. Like, for instance, like that thing about when I was on the phone this morning. You know, there was someone that was clearly not qualified to haul a shipment for us. It was in black and white on a government website saying that they did X, Y, and Z, and, you know, there was no response or defense for it. And I could not justify them hauling a high-value load.
Is this the one you were talking about earlier with the seafood?
Yeah, exactly. And I was
Yeah, all right.
accused of being discriminative because this person's original language was not English, and they were not they were not a citizen of the U.S. until so many years ago. Okay,
Right, sure.
that hurt hard, dude. I'm not going to tell you how bad. I mean, I'm not going to go into how hurt I was over that. You know what I mean? But
Sure.
that's where we've gotten, man. I mean, honestly, I mean, it's not just people of a certain ethnicity. It's everyone doing this, man. Every single individual, no matter what skin color, background, whatever. We're so turned upside down. We are all looking at each other sideways through squinted eyes, trying to find monsters in the shadow, every shadow, dude. I mean, prove me
But
wrong, change my mind.
you're saying that that's a new thing.
No, it's not. It's not a new thing. I'm just saying it's an old thing that's been brought back. What better
Oh,
way?
but you're saying that it was gone for a while.
Mhm. It was on its way out. But see, the
I
thing
disagree.
is, well, okay, that's fine, and I respect
Respectfully,
that.
but I do.
But the thing is when people get along, and people start sharing ideas and what have you, and they throw these things out the window. You know, I'm not saying their morals and their values or anything like that. I'm just saying our physical differences. When we can leave our physical differences behind, when we can leave our our religious beliefs on a personal basis instead of trying to convert everyone. You know, when we share our cultures and we can take from each culture and work together, that's great. But when you have a social diversity that is compromised, that is put at odds, that is purposely put at odds, okay? What better way to control a population? Think about it. If you and
I agree 100%.
if you and I are fighting because I have a mustache and you don't, okay? Okay? If you and I are fighting because of that difference, and we have like this individual over here who's putting us at odds, making it obvious, you know, think about how that could work to your advantage. You could spit business to either side, okay, to keep it going for your own personal gain. You know, keep them distracted and do whatever you want. You know.
I agree 100%.
Okay, that's all I'm saying, man. I'm not
But
trying.
what I'm confused about is that you're saying that it was gone for a while.
No, okay.
It was going away.
It was waning. It was
waning.
There you go.
But let me ask you a question. I'm sure you've heard of affirmative action.
Yeah, of course.
Don't you believe that in its basis is intended to put people at odds based on
Absolutely.
race, religion, ethnicity, sexuality, all that stuff?
Absolutely. And here's the thing is...
But affirmative action has been pushed more and more and more over the past however many years. I don't know how many. I'm guessing 15 to 20.
I believe that was in its infancy was to go ahead and make people aware that there had to be a change. You know what I mean? There had to be a change in order to get over that hump. Okay.
What hump?
The hump of segregation and racism, what have you. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
That was a spearhead to open things up. Now, do I believe that that's still needed? No, I don't. Just like the Electoral College, I don't believe that needs to be there anymore. But
sure.
I digress. The thing is that it comes down to this: if you're qualified, you're qualified. If you're not, you're not, and that's the way it needs to be looked at. Okay? Are there people out there that are assholes that will discriminate and what have you, that are stupid enough to still do that? Yes, there are, but not every individual is that stupid. Okay?
Which I agree with, right?
And the thing is that if, let's just put it out there. Let's just call it what it is, okay? we'll just say the white man, the white male specifically, is the enemy. Is the enemy of, or is considered the enemy of females and you know, of all races.
You gonna shoot?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot.
Shooting would help. No, I agree 100% with what you're saying.
But the thing is and that's not the case. But you see how, you know, planting those seeds and having that put out there can cause people to turn in on themselves and turn their attention away from what's really important. Oh, I don't know, something like an election that went to a dog and pony show almost 4 years ago.
Right.
I don't know, right?
An election that doesn't freaking get won by money. Sure, I'm with you.
So I mean, you're on the same page, and the thing is, like I said, I'm not trying to offend anybody, and honestly, at this point in time, I don't care. The thing is that hard truths need to be spoken. Is all I'm saying. I mean, there's a movie I'm dying
But
to see.
see, the hard truth is that, in my opinion, affirmative action was the means of pitting races, sexualities, genders against each other. In my opinion, affirmative action was the government's way of separating the people more than they had before. Not the way to fix things, okay? Because you can't fix what happened in the past.
Bingo.
You can't fix it. It's awful that it happened. Slavery, segregation, all of the racism that has happened in this country's past is horrible. It's awful that it happened.
No, turn back, go back over here.
But you can't fix it. There's no way to fix it. There's no way to make it better. You never looked at me and told me how sexy I was, by the way.
You are
Look at me and tell me how sexy I am. Look at me.
No, dude, that face is cool.
Fucking sexy bitch, right? Yeah.
Oh, you cursed again.
Oh, I swore twice right there.
Yes,
anyway.
you did. Anyway, the thing is
anyway, my point is that it's not affirmative action was not trying to fix anything because you can't fix it. You can't fix that.
Well,
and honestly, the idea of fixing that is, in my opinion, an insult to the people that suffered it and the peoples that families suffered through it. Okay,
and
you can't fix that.
I agree with you to an extent. Okay, I agree with you to an extent. The thing is like I said, I believe that it was originally put out there to spearhead a way to make even the playing field. Okay, and then it got.
But that's not evening the playing field. No, it's literally giving an advantage. It's literally giving an advantage.
Well, let's look at it this way. Okay. You and I playing this game. We're different levels on our other characters. Okay.
Sure.
The way we have it set up to play is that I'm a level 50. You're a level 27 on the other one. Okay.
Maybe.
So here's the thing: is the way it's set up to play that we have this to play is that I'm battling level 50 level 50, characters. Okay. While you're battling the same characters, but you're battling on your level. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So you quite literally have an advantage over me at that point in time because you're fighting people on your level, and I'm fighting people on my level, which are much tougher. Okay.
But wait. All right, but wait. Time out. So if you're gonna equate this to what I'm talking about, you're literally saying that people that are not white males are lesser people than white males.
Shit, dude.
I don't agree with that 100%. I don't agree with that at all.
I'm not trying. Oh my God, I'm not totally.
Do you see what I'm saying, though?
I do see what you're saying. I see.
You're basically calling white people level 50.
Oh my God!
Like white men are level 50, and I don't think that's what you mean to say.
No, that's totally.
No. I don't think that's what you mean to say. But that's what. But you're right in that analogy, and that's what the government is basically saying by enacting and I'm going to put my controller down because I need to fucking. Oh, I swore again. Sorry, I need to spiel here for a second. But like, that's what the government is saying. Oh, white males are level 50, white females are level 45 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and that's and then get into the minorities and all that. Like, God forbid what levels the government provides them. Okay. Like, that's awful to say. And to me, all right, as somebody who has hired people in the past, okay, and has interviewed many people in the past, I can't tell you how many times I've picked a minority or a female over a white male based on their qualifications. And I was actually asked one time in an interview by I won't go into details, but by a minority. I was asked about the demographics of the department that I was hiring for because they were curious if affirmative action was actually being followed in this company.
Wow.
And that literally ended the interview. I was like, that's not okay to go into in an interview. Like, that's not what you should be asking me as a potential hiring manager, and that's not something that I can get into with you as a potential as a potential candidate. Like, that's it. The interview's over. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. But like, that killed it right there. You know what I mean? But and honestly, I think it has to at that point, as far as I was taught. But my point is that if somebody were to look at all the resumes that come in when they're hiring and evaluate them based on the qualifications in the resume, not based on the name, not based on the last name or what race you think that last name or first name are associated to, because that's not something I think about personally. But if you look at the qualifications on the resume and then you hire based on that and the aptitude or whatever that's shown in the interview, like, there's no need for affirmative action. Affirmative action is based on, you're assuming that the hiring managers are racist, you're assuming that the hiring managers are sexist or whatever, and you're assuming that the candidates that are coming in are not equal. You're assuming that a minority candidate versus a white male candidate are not equal. You know what I mean? And I disagree. I think that whole mentality is racist to the max. I think that just I don't know.
No, anyway. No. I see what you're saying. And the thing is we're not trying to make a white male a superiority thing, but that seems
I don't think anybody's superior.
That seems to be the crux of a lot of issues that we have here is that mentality. But the thing is you just talked about levels, okay? Talk about levels. There's education levels, there's maturity levels, there's personality levels, everything that makes you qualified. Now, if you're talking about gaming, how many times you tried to get into a clan and they said that you had to meet these qualifications? Okay, they give you a test run. Have you ever done that? You had to do it like a test run with a clan.
I've only been in clans that you've invited me to.
Oh, okay. Well, so no.
Sorry.
Anyway,
no, I haven't.
So back in the early days when Halo 2, okay?
Yeah.
When
it was like competitive back in the day, right?
Extremely competitive. You remember? And Donkey
I wasn't very good at it, so I don't remember too well. But
but I tried to get into numerous clans, and they would give me test runs, okay? And I had to get X number of kills, during a run in order to be able to, over a certain number of games, in order to qualify to get into the clan. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so if I didn't meet that, it didn't matter. It did not matter what my race, religion, color, or anything had to do with it. If I didn't meet the qualifications, I was out. Okay?
Right.
And the thing is that's where we're going. I mean, that's where things need to go, is based on qualifications. If you know whether or not when you fill out an application for a job, when you submit your resume, you know for certain whether or not what your chances are of getting hired in. Okay?
Well, I mean, within reason, sure.
Exactly. So
Right. You don't know the candidates you're up against, sure. But yeah, you get an idea if you have a chance or not.
exactly.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying is that's what it needs to be based on, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter what gender, what color, what background you have. It does not matter. It should not matter. If you can prove that you have that education, or the qualifications, let's put it that way. If you can prove that you have the qualifications for the job, you know, to make X number of dollars a year, what have you, then that's
Yeah.
what it should be based on. But there are far too many incidents where it's, I don't want to say reverse racism because there's no such thing as racism is
Right. It's
racism.
just racism. Right.
Um, the thing is like I said, I've been accused of discrimination because I gave the example earlier that there was in black and white that there was an issue of activity
Right.
that
The
was,
carrier
yeah,
had mischievous behavior, and
basically. So I chose not to use that. But I was accused of discrimination because this person had an accent. You know what I mean? That's not cool and that hurts. The thing is that we need to recognize people as human beings. And that's very hard because, look, and like I said, let's just call it the way it is that, you know, I mean, you have different stereotypes for every ethnicity, okay? And the thing is check it out. We'll just say we'll just say that there's an individual walking down the street. And this individual is, I don't know, sagging, has face piercings, tattoos all over, you know, wearing, you know, it just looks shady. Doesn't matter what color or background this person is, you know, you feel uncomfortable looking at this rough individual. Now,
sure.
Until you talk to that person, you don't know who you're dealing with. But because the way they're displaying their outward appearance is giving you cause for alarm. Now, whether that's
but like you said, that has nothing to do with race, religion, anything like that. That's based on your appearance.
Okay.
I've been there. I actually, you know, got pulled out of a car at gunpoint by police because I had long hair and freaking tattoos and leather jackets and all this crap when I was, you know, in a preppy town in Massachusetts. You know what I mean? Like, I've been there. I get that. But I don't think that's completely based on race.
Oh, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Is that look, I was in Memphis, Tennessee. I was 19, 20 years old, some shit like that. Had a hot fucking date, right? And didn't want to go out.
Oh, you swore!
Oh,
you're up. I'm pretty sure you're up. I think it's 4-3.
I'm up. You're
it's
winning.
4-3 or 5-4. I forget which.
So I had a hot date, okay, and I didn't have a car at the time, so I'm walking from my command back to the base, which is about a mile and a half, I don't know. And I changed my clothes because she's coming to pick me up at the gate, so on and so forth. And I look good in black. You know I do, right? Honestly, I look good in black. I don't know.
That's because black makes you look thin, but anyway.
Right. Yeah. There you go. Nice. Okay,
I love you, brother.
Give that to you. I love you too, bro. But the thing is I had on a black shirt, I had on black jeans, and I had on black boots, okay? Dickies black boots, right? Steel toes. You know, so I was looking at my hottest at that point in time, and it was really, and I felt hot too, quite physically. I mean, I was like sweating buckets.
You sweat your ass off. All right. Oh crap! We're tied up again.
Right. So I tried to make it to the base, and the gas station or convenience store was about halfway point. Okay.
Yeah.
So that convenience store had conveniently been robbed by a person wearing all black.
I like how you did that, just saying. Okay, go ahead.
And I was walking down the street. So the cops, when they got the report and what have you, I was walking along minding my own, and I had no knowledge of this at all. I was walking along, and all of a sudden I had a cop car pull up in front of me. I'm talking lights blaring. The cop car pulled up, door swung open, and I had a gun pointed at me. Okay? I had a gun pointed at me, and they were telling me to get on the ground. And I'm like, what? You know.
What the heck? Yeah.
Now, at this point in time, I don't want to be shot. So what do? I get down on the ground, as they said, face. I'm talking like 110-degree weather, Memphis, humidity. Okay,
Yeah,
and
it doesn't matter. You just get on the ground because that's what you're told to do. But anyway,
burning
that's a different
everything
discussion.
I got. Okay, right, burning everything I got. Hands behind my head, being cuffed, telling me that, being read my Miranda rights, not even being told why. I'm just confused. I'm quite
Yeah, but you just shut your mouth and you follow what you're told. But anyway, go ahead. I keep touching on that, but anyway.
So So I go down to the station. I'm riding in the back of the cop car, and I'm asking them what's going on, and and the cop quite literally kept saying, "Shut up."
Yep.
Yeah,
they're not nice.
I'm like, what in the hell? I'm like, seriously, dude, what is going on? He's like, shut up. I mean, after he had patted me down and only found a pocket knife on me, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have a dime in my pocket because it was literally a payday. I was on my way back to the base to get money for this date. Okay? They had patted me down the whole 9 yards. I'm down sitting. They took me from Millington, Tennessee, down to almost to Memphis where the police station was, okay? And I'm sitting there and I'm cuffed literally for hours. For hours.
Yeah.
Before anyone would talk to me. And they told me, well, this, you fit the description. I stood in a lineup, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I was not identified, and I was released. And I'm like, so...
Hey, follow me.
I'm like, so, what's the deal? You know, what's going on?
Like, why am I in handcuffs?
And finally, somebody was like, so this convenience store, in the area that you were in at that point in time was robbed, blah, blah, blah. You fit the description. I'm like, so I looked at the guy and quite literally said, so it's because I'm black, right? And the confused look. Because you know me, right? You know me. I'm going to be BSing people. I'm going to give them a hard time.
Right.
And the confused look on his face, and then I winked at him, and he kind of laughed. He's like, "No, this is, man, we're sorry. It's just." They said a white male wearing all black robbed the store, and I'm like, so. At the point in time when a gun was pulled on me, handcuffs were put on me, and I was frisked, and you didn't find a dime or a weapon, that didn't. He says, we have to follow this protocol, and I'm like,
yeah, they got to do what they got to do, man. They got their jobs.
And so, and he quite literally handed me a card with a lawyer's name on it, and it said, if you need to feel to basically get back
if that's where
file a complaint.
Right, yeah, okay.
And I'm like, and I just handed it back, said, look, dude, the only thing I'm really upset about right now is that I had a date with a chick that I've been trying to get in her pants for like ever.
Help me out here, man.
I said, I'm done. I'm not gonna get this. So, I shit you not. I shit you not. Oh my God, twice. Yeah, I'm up by 2. Anyway.
Yeah. Are you in a menu?
No, I'm right here. I've been sitting in the car.
Get out of the car for a second.
They gave me a ride to the base. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
They waited to see if this woman was there.
They didn't believe you.
Not.
They're like, dude, you don't have a date. Come on now.
No. Listen, this is a true story. This is a true story, honestly. I mean,
no, I believe you. And they're like, you don't have a date. Come on now.
They quite literally located her vehicle and the bar that she was at and took me there. I'm not kidding. This is I can't even believe.
That's pretty funny.
But you know what? I'm like, I mean, all because I handed them that card back. I was like,
yeah.
They were going to bend over.
I mean, I'll answer whatever you got for questions. Like I'll help. You got nothing to hide. You got nothing to hide, man. That's how it goes, right?
But that's the thing, and that's the thing is when you get hemmed up, that's the thing people don't understand. I see all these videos about people giving cops a hard time and this and that, and cops are the enemy and what have you. The thing is when you get hemmed up, yeah, are you gonna get handled rough? Probably, but you know what? These guys are out there putting their lives on the line every day, and people don't realize that.
They just want
And
to get home to their wife and kids, you know?
exactly. So, I mean, honestly, this is the thing.
And I've been hit with the batons, man. Those things hurt. I get
bro,
it.
you know,
But I was
I'm
also
gonna tell
being a
this story.
jerk.
Well, see, here's the thing: is anytime I get stopped, anytime I've ever been stopped by the police, you know, for speeding or whatever, I always take my keys out of the ignition, okay,
Oh,
and
interesting.
put them on the dash, okay, and I have my hands on the steering wheel when they come up.
Yep.
You know, so that they know that I'm not a threat. I've always done that.
Right.
Even before.
I put my hands on the steering wheel, on the top of the steering wheel, and I turn if it's nighttime, I turn my interior light on. That's what I always do.
And then when they ask for my license and registration,
I tell them where I'm going to get it.
Bingo. I ask permission to go in my glove box, and
wherever you got to go. Hey, this is what I'm about to do, just so you know. And you know what? The funny thing is, when you do that, I get out of tickets that way.
Yeah,
I've been
bingo.
pulled over. I've been pulled over a bunch of times over the past couple of years, and typically, if I do that stuff and I'm honest with them, yeah, I know I was speeding, I shouldn't have been, I apologize. I typically get out of the ticket.
Pardon me. I don't try to
Just
bullshit
saying.
anybody, and like I said,
you just swore again. I'm up by 3. Check me out.
Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna win. What do I get when I win? We never talked about prizes. I need a prize.
My undying respect.
All right,
Okay.
I'll take that. I'll
Okay,
take that.
Good. But yeah, like I said, those have been my experiences, man. And honestly, there was an incident at a hotel in Millington, Tennessee, basically. It's right next to a bar called Sunny and Not Shares, because the owners got divorced, I guess. And, so underage, you know, we would
Sunny and not shares. I like
Yeah.
that. Where am I even going? Is that up here?
It doesn't matter at this point. We're talking. Yes,
I know.
there we
I'm
go.
just curious. Oh yeah, there we go. Anyway,
So,
go ahead.
there was a hotel conveniently located right next door. So sailors, Marines,
helpful.
Army, anybody from the base would, on a Friday, on a weekend, would get a hotel room, and we would have someone buy alcohol for us, and then we would get drunk, and then we would go to this bar. We would go to this bar and drink until we got caught, you know, and tossed out.
Oh, you were underage.
Oh yeah, big time.
Look at you breaking the law.
Yeah. So we would go over there and live, you know, I mean, there's obviously other families and stuff that were staying at the hotel. And, you know, us military people would get, you know, we were letting off steam, we're teenagers, you know, and we would just be like, you know, all out. I mean, we would be out on the terrace and everything. We'd be in the pool. It didn't matter. We were just making a bunch of noise. So one night, the hotel called the police. They called the police. I had just bought a brand new pair of jeans. I was all excited about them. And I put them in my hotel room that I paid for. And when we went out to get alcohol, we came back. It was me and a gentleman by the name of Mandelke. We came back, and there was cops all over the place. And we're like, hey, so what's going on? And they're like, well, you guys have to leave. I'm like, you know, why do we have to leave? You know, I've got a room here. And he says everybody's causing trouble, and why you have to leave now. And I'm like, so my buddy Mandelke's like, hey, look, he's got a room here. We're going up, right?
Wrong way. Go back.
And basically, it was a raid on the hotel to get rid of.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was the wrong thing to say. I watched them physically punch him in the balls with a fist
That
to
hurts.
get him to shut up. You know, and then they walk. It was not that it matters. It was a black cop, and they walked him off near the dumpster to calm him down, because I don't know what the man was going through, but it was something if it got him to do that, because we were not being violent, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, you know, I've got a brand new pair of jeans up there, you know, and you know, I was planning to spend the night.
I love that. That's what you're worried about. Just saying.
Well, I was trying to, relate to them.
No,
man.
I get it.
And
Yeah.
they didn't care, and finally, they had handcuffed my buddy, right? And I told him, I said, look, I'll tell you what, I don't even care about the room. I just want to go get what I bought, because, and E3's pay is Jack Diddley,
Yeah.
So the cop looked at me. He says, you go get your jeans. If you're not back in 5 minutes, we're going to beat the hell out of your friend and take him to jail. I was like, dude, honestly, I mean, that is exactly what they told me. And I was like, oh, I hadn't even drank any beer. We had beer and stuff in his car. We hadn't had drop yet. And I was scared to death, man. I went up, I got my damn jeans, I got the hell out. There was people in my room. Okay?
Really?
Yeah, there was a chick that I was gonna take to town, you know what I mean? And
she was in your room?
Yeah. And and I told her, I said, I can't come back. I can't do this. I can't come back.
Right, I would really like to. We're totally playing Ring Around the Rosie with this car here.
Yeah. So
where
we get escorted back to base by this cop car. By this cop.
It's up there.
And now here's the really messed up thing is they took us to the gate because they put both of us in handcuffs for no reason. And they got us out of the car at the gate, took us out of handcuffs, and then Shore Patrol had to know what was going on. So we spent most of the night in Shore Patrol. So it was about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning we got out of there. I called a taxi to take us back because the cops were gone, right?
Yeah.
I go back to the room, and the chick that I was supposed to be with
she was banging some other dude.
Somebody else. I was like,
oh, that's rough.
Now, if anybody has a reason to hate the cops, it's me. Now, the thing is, I don't. I understand. I understand the situation. I understand what's going on. I understand. Even at that point in time, I knew that their main focus was to get home alive.
Yep.
So a missed out piece of tail, and I don't mean to objectify a woman like that. I'm just saying
it's okay to do that sometimes.
The thing is that's fine. I didn't get hurt. My friend did. I'm sorry, but he deserved it because
he was kind of a jerk. So
Yeah, and that's the thing
sometimes
is I didn't mouth off. I didn't get hurt.
Right.
He mouthed off. He got hurt.
If you're gonna be a jerk, you're gonna get treated like one. Just saying.
Yeah.
So, all right, I got a good story for you. You'll actually like this one, I think. All right.
All right.
So.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Wife's got to go to bed, man. But go ahead and tell your story real quick, and then we got to end this.
It's not a quick story. Well, all right. I'll make it quick. And tell the wife I'm sorry. Tell her I love her.
I'll make it up. Believe me.
There you go. So. I just fell. Okay. So, a buddy of mine. All right. This is a little backdrop, right? So 9/11. Okay. We all remember that. I moved to Florida just after 9/11. I literally moved to Florida October 1st or the end of September 2011. 2001, excuse me. Yeah, screwed up my years.
Were you working with me at that time?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
So that was about 2003, I believe. I moved to Delaware. 2004, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, 9/11. I'm living in Massachusetts. I get a job offer to move right before 9/11. I get a job offer to move me down to Florida. And I take it because they double my salary and move me to a place that's cheaper cost of living. It was phenomenal. So I moved to Florida. I fly down October, like I said, either October 1st or, end of September right before that. moved down there. So at the time, this guy that I worked with was, I believe, he was Saudi Arabian. What? Oh, you're driving?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling the stories now, so you have to drive. I believe he was Saudi Arabian by nationality, as in he was born there. Okay, he was not an American citizen. How do I get in? It's not letting me in. Oh, there we go. Nah. Mm-hmm. So he was born in Saudi Arabia. I believe it was Saudi Arabia. It was either Saudi Arabia. It was somewhere in the Middle East. I'm just going to say
there you go. I was going to sum it up for you.
I'm not 100% sure where. But anyway, regardless. So he was also moving from Massachusetts down to Florida because his job was moving him down there as well. But anyway, before then, so September 11th happens, right? Airports get shut down for, I want to say, like 4 days, maybe? I'm guessing?
That's about right.
All right, let's say 4 days. So because of his job, he travels a lot anyway. And on the day that the airports open again, he has to fly off to wherever he's got to fly off to. So he's sitting in Logan Airport in Boston, okay?
Yeah.
He's sitting there. Obviously, all the flights are delayed. They've had no flights for 4 days or whatever. And he's just waiting, right? And he's sitting there. And he explained this story to me. So I'm just giving you what he told me.
Okay.
He says, I was sitting there reading a book, and 3 men in suits walked up to him and asked him for identification. He had no idea who they were. He didn't really care. He said, obviously, they were of some type of authority because they were asking me for identification, and I've never had a stranger ask me for identification before, which is sound enough, in my opinion. Anyway, he opens his wallet to show them his license, and on the left side of his wallet is his license, and on the right side of his wallet is his pilot's license.
Oh, Lord.
So guess what happens to him?
Yeah.
He gets detained. He was literally detained for 3 or 4 days with absolutely zero access to phones, nothing. His wife was scared to death the entire time. All right, he's a family man. He's got a wife. I think he had 2 kids at the time. I think he had another kid shortly after this, or maybe a year after, or whatever. Regardless, family man, had a couple of kids, right? His wife is completely panicked. My entire office is freaked out. He's the guy that runs our office. We're all freaked out because he just disappeared, and that's not like him at all. He's the guy that calls in all the time. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
He comes back from the whole thing, and he says, I was asked not to explain what happened while I was gone, but he says, I agree with why they pulled me and why they held me. They held me comfortably. They fed me. They took care. It's not like they abused me the entire time I was gone. He says, but, they held me because they thought I was a threat to national security. He says, and I respect that. He goes, I met the profile of the people that just killed over 1,000 people in this country. He goes, why would I be upset that they held me for 3 days or however long it was, 3 or 4 days? Why would I be upset that they held me when they were just trying to keep myself and my family safe?
Dude, see, that's the thing, and that's the thing is I've always thought that, you know what, I mean, it would piss me off, it would upset me if I was in the same situation, but Don't
get me wrong. He was upset. He was upset that his wife had been panicked. He was upset about a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
But he understood why. He understood why it happened. He didn't feel like he was being racially profiled, even though part of the profile was his race, okay?
Yeah.
But he didn't think that he was held because he was a Middle Eastern, person. He thought that he was held because he met the criteria of who they were looking for.
And that's exactly
you know what I mean?
And that's exactly what happened to me in Memphis,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. You met the description. What more can they do? That's their job.
I didn't give him any crap, dude. I did not give him.
You can't.
I didn't give him any crap. And the thing is I knew what was going on. I feel they could have been a little nicer.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
true.
actually, I have to say he told us that they treated him very well. He said
Well,
that they were definitely like they thought he was trying to do some horrible crimes. They honestly thought that, but they still fed him. They gave him a place to sleep. You know what I mean? Like he said, I was given all of the necessities that I needed. He's like they didn't violate me in any way, shape, or form. He says, and I wish that they had let me make a phone call, but I understand why they didn't.
exactly.
Hello.
So he got it, I guess is my point. You know what I mean? And the funny thing is, well, not funny thing, but the cool thing is he actually about maybe while I was down in Florida, it must have been like 2002, maybe a year later, a little over that, he actually became a U.S. citizen. And he took our entire company out for like this huge luncheon party because he was so proud that he became a citizen. You know what I mean? After even after going through that, like he was so proud to become a citizen of this country, and it's like I don't know, it says a lot in my opinion. It says a lot.
Exactly. And the thing is, we grew up. We had the privilege to grow up here, you and I.
Yeah. Yep.
And the thing is, I've always thought, and I ponder a lot of things, man, especially in the morning, dude. I mean, it's weird how philosophical and thoughtful I am first thing in the morning. I don't know if it's just because it feels like I'm high when I'm waking up. I don't know. But the thing is I think about a lot of things. I think, what if the shoe was on the other foot? What if I was going to another country? What if I was going to, I don't know, Germany or what have you? Okay, and I wanted to be a citizen, and I mean, I would want to be able to communicate in their language. I would want to, do this. I want to follow the guidelines. But if stuff went down between America and Germany or what have you, I'd be like, oh, snap. Okay.
Well, but the thing is, you have to remember that like this guy, for instance, he was leaving his country for a reason. He did not feel like he had opportunity there. He didn't feel like they had, he had the opportunity for a life that he wanted for his family and his children. So, in all honesty, he had that. He was in that situation where his country. I don't remember what country, so I guess I can't say specifically, but his area, I guess I'll say, his region of birth was under attack by the U.S. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
He was proud to become a member of the U.S. Country and the nationality. To move here and to become a citizen of this country because he believed in our ideals. You know what I mean? And I guess that's it. If you don't believe in the ideals of this country, I mean, I'm not saying get out because I'm not that guy, but you got to figure out if the ideals don't match you and your life, then either you try and fight for the ideals that do match, or you do find a place that does match. I don't know what to do there.
Exactly. Well,
It's a tough call.
like I said, it is midnight at this point in time. So
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'll let you go.
No. I'm going to end the broadcast by saying, you know what?
Oh, right. I forgot we were doing that. But wait, you have to end it by saying that I won.
Yes, I will say that Mr. Fish did win.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
he's up
And I
by,
just threw that on.
was it
intentionally.
2 or 3 that you're up by?
I think it's 3 unless you count that hell right there, and then it's 2.
Okay, well, no, hell is in the Bible, so.
All right, cool.
we won't count it.
I'm 3, dude. Then I'm just gonna say it. Fuck yeah, I won.
Oh my god! No, you did not. Oh my god, really? So, I'll let you have that. But anyway, I'm gonna sign off tonight by saying, hey, Bill and Ted said it perfectly. Be excellent to one another, or to be excellent
Heck
to
yeah,
each other,
man.
and party on. And that's all we're
Party
saying,
on.
man. I mean, live by
Party
that.
on was Wayne's World.
Yeah, right. I mean, party on. I mean, and that's the thing, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, and tater tots and whatever you identify as out there.
Toasters. I think there was a toaster out there somewhere.
Yeah, toasters. party on. Be excellent to
Party
one
on.
another.
Be
Party on,
excellent to
dude.
each other.
And I am quoting Bill and Ted for real, honestly. I mean, because I think that is an excellent way to not only end this broadcast, but to view life. You know what I mean? Um, so think about this stuff. I mean, hopefully we didn't offend too many people. Because we're just talking and BS and going on, and there was definitely alcohol involved, and
A lot.
exactly, and the no cursing thing, man, that was just a challenge to
Yeah, but I
try to
won.
yeah, exactly. To try to keep this as clean as possible because this is I like to consider this a family channel or channel for all. So any kids that may be watching this or will watch this, do not say any of the words that and we're out here. I mean, and if you do, definitely do not let your parents know where you heard them.
Yeah.
Peace, love, hair grease. Love you guys. Signing off for tonight.
I love you, brother.
Love you too, bro. Later.
Have a good night.
You too.